once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, up down, oh below my bully boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
If teachers say sharing is caring, then why aren't we allowed to share our answers during exams? If sharing really is caring, I should be able to share my exam answers with my friends. Isn't that concerning?
She collapsed on the train tracks, unconscious. The train was seconds away. Her dog stood there, refusing to leave. It clamped its teeth onto her shirt and pulled inch by inch, dragging her toward the edge. The train's horn screamed. The ground shook. The dog pulled harder. Just as the train roared past, she was clear, but the dog wasn't. The wheel caught its front leg, cutting straight through. When the train stopped, the conductor found her safe, unconscious but alive. Next to her was the dog, bleeding. It lost its leg that day, but it saved her life.
Homer took the kids to the scariest Halloween.
Yo, give me a random noise. Okay, alright.
Oh, what if you started it with like a ba 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 and then the
I'll try it. Oh, that is cool. Can you give me a random word about growing up?
We got suburbs.
Suburbs? Bet.
Suburban hood and a gated house. We grew up good, but still we made it out.
Woo! That's fire. What if you do something like trailer parks when we made our start, da 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 ding my heart.
Oh, that's perfect. We got a little piano too.
From trailer parks when we made our start, you taught me how to chase my heart, yeah. But things are better now.
Oh, look, it's my mom. I'll call her back.
Wait, yo, hold on. What if you were just like, look, mom, I did it. Everything that you said I do.
Who man is this? We need to add like a big guitar and like some piano stabs.
Did you know if you add cocoa powder to banana, then add milk, and blend it all together, cook it for a few minutes, pour it into a mold and chill it, you get a healthy banana chocolate mousse cake. No flour, no added sugar. Rich, creamy, and naturally sweet. And the best part, just 3 ingredients and totally guilt-free.
Oh my god, there's so many mobs! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, I don't have food. Dang it.
Breathe. Try it now. I think we have it.
The baby was stuck in the birth canal and wouldn't come out. The attending doctor got alarmed and said they needed an emergency C-section right now. But the midwife stepped in and said she had another way.
You're being overly cautious. Is that because you're treating another doctor?
I treat all my patients the same.
We're not there yet.
Are you questioning my judgment?
I'm her midwife, and I don't think cutting it to her is a good idea yet.
The baby had already been stuck for 3 hours. If they kept waiting, the baby could suffocate. In the doctor's mind, they had to do a C-section right now, but the baby was already deep in the canal. If they went straight to surgery, the team would have to push the baby back up into the uterus first. That could injure the baby still. To the doctor, it was the only fast, effective option left. The midwife saw something else. She believed the baby was occiput posterior, the sunny side up position, with the face toward the ceiling. That position is much harder to deliver, but the midwife didn't think they were at the point of cutting yet. She said she had learned a hands-on method to manually rotate the baby, and she could try to turn the head. She also said she had used that technique many times back in her village. The attending doctor didn't want to let her try. It wasn't a standard hospital maneuver. To the doctor, it wasn't accepted practice here, and it wasn't a risk the doctor wanted to take. While they argued, the situation shifted. The baby's condition started to worsen. The fetal heart rate began to drop. The midwife asked again for one more attempt at rotating the baby.
Are you going to listen to her or your obstetrician?
Nat, I can turn the baby.
Natalie?
Nat?
Let her try.
The doctor placed the ultrasound probe on the mother's belly. The midwife coached the mother's breathing, then waited for the brief gaps between contractions. In those windows, the midwife used her hands to guide the baby's head into a better position.
Breathe, breathe, breathe. Try it now. I think we have it.
The head finally turned. Then the ultrasound showed a change. The baby's position shifted, and the head came into a better angle. The doctor told Natalie to seize the moment and push. The baby's head began to crown. The midwife gave one more firm push on the mother's belly, and the baby delivered. The room went still for a beat. They couldn't believe what they had just watched. The midwife had pulled off a technique most of them had never seen used like that. And just when it felt like it was over, a new problem hit.
Okay, now, cut. Tell me what's happening. Here you go. Someone tell me what's happening! Meconium in the airway.
The baby was out, but the umbilical cord was wrapped tightly around the neck. The baby still wasn't crying. They needed suction right away. Natalie couldn't hear a cry, and she was close to breaking. She kept asking what was happening. The midwife held her steady and told her to focus on her breathing, because the team was working on the baby. About a minute passed, then the baby let out the first cry.
When this stray cat wandered into a mall, she stopped in her tracks. There, in the middle of everything, stood a giant teddy bear, just begging to be napped on. She immediately started her mission, jumped up, tried her best to climb to the head. She clawed, she climbed, she leaped and was exhausted. She spotted a plush fish in the bear's arms and collapsed onto it for a power nap. But she wasn't done. She started the climb again, slipping and sliding, but never giving up. Finally, she reached the summit, sitting there proudly like the true queen of the mall.
I heard that there's a carnival. The music there is loud, the lights are wonderful. No one makes it out, they welcome you with grins. But once you're in, you will never be the same again. Let the games begin. Let the games begin.
Javier, you're in charge. Mom, don't hurt him. His family's dangerous.
Hey, who's that? Hey, Travis, can I have a word?
I'm busy.
Won't take long.
But what is it?
I came here to tell you that you are a walking argument for birth control and you don't have the balls or the brains. And if you go near my daughter again, I will kill you and your entire inbred family.
Are you done?
Not even warmed up.
Well, Conrad here and me was just wondering if, just by looking at a woman, you can tell if she's a screamer, a moaner, or she lies there like she's dead. Now, I'm of the opinion that a fine-looking cougar such as yourself has got to be a world champion moaner. So, what is it, Cougar Mama? Are you a screamer? A moaner? Are you dead?
What the hell?
Fight me, bitch! Alright, get up! You broke my nose, you bitch! Yeah, I'm just getting started. It'll be the last thing you ever do. There you go. I dug this hole the first day we met because I knew this day would happen. I knew you would hurt my daughter, and I knew that I would then have to kill you. Nothing that a mother wouldn't do to protect her child from harm. And you are harm.
Expecto.
The airship, escorted by dragonflies and...
Expecto.
Expecto! Expecto! Expensive petroleum!
The airship, escorted by dragonflies and birds, landed gently on a pond. The queen on the airship was named Tara, the revered forest queen. She wore a gown made of flower petals, and lily pads collectively formed a path for her. Wherever she went, lotuses bloomed in her honor. Today was the day the queen would choose her successor. First, she needed to select a bud to serve as a token. The snail and slug in charge of picking the bud specifically recommended the largest one for the queen, but the queen felt that bigger wasn't necessarily better, so she chose the smallest bud instead. She held it up high, ready to pass her life force into it. At that moment, General Ronan was overseeing the queen's protection duties. Suddenly, he spotted a wilting leaf. Without a second thought, he spun around, drew his bow, and fired, piercing a corrupted soldier hiding inside the tree. As the bark fell away, countless corrupted soldiers swarmed out from within. They were born for one purpose, to destroy the forest. For the safety of the queen and the bud, Ronan urgently told the queen to leave immediately. Meanwhile, the forest warriors sprang into action. They took turns firing arrows at the corrupt forces. Forest cavalry flew to the queen's side to protect her. Spotting a squad of corrupted soldiers chasing a mother and daughter Daisy, the queen, who deeply loved her subjects, quickly used a tree trunk to save them. But the distraction gave the corrupted soldiers a chance to attack the queen's vehicle. Ronan was also dragged into the pond by the enemy. Underwater, the corrupted soldiers began pulling the buds down one by one. They quickly surrounded the queen. Just when it seemed they might succeed, the queen suddenly leaped up, sending the surrounding corrupted soldiers flying. She then summoned a vine to pull herself back out of the water. Next, she took control of the leaves above to shield herself, but the corrupted soldiers kept pursuing her. Seeing the queen in danger, more forest warriors joined the fight. Nearby, the corrupted lord was watching the battle unfold. He was determined to capture the queen today. With a wave of her hand, the queen used a dead tree to instantly kill the pursuers behind her. But ahead, stronger corrupted soldiers appeared. A little Daisy nearby stepped in just in time, saving the queen's life in return.
You're stealing my moves, kid.
Your Majesty, come with me!
Take her to safety.
Concerned for her subjects' safety, the queen decided to lure the corrupted soldiers away on her own. The plants beneath her feet quickly formed a natural escape route. Reaching the end, the queen leaped off, and was caught by Ronan, who had just arrived. They thought the danger had passed, but then an arrow flew toward them. The corrupted lord had caught up. He fired another arrow. Ronan caught it and shot it back, successfully killing the corrupted lord's son. But then Ronan noticed the queen had been hit by an arrow at some point. He reached out to save her, but it was too late. The queen began to fall to the ground, her mission unfulfilled. A human girl named Amy, who had wandered into the forest by chance, happened to witness this scene. The queen was already starting to fade. Knowing her time was up, she poured all her remaining life force into the bud, and then placed it in Amy's hands. The powerful life force sent Amy bouncing and flying through the air. Before she finally tumbled back down to the ground, Amy quickly brought the bud back to the queen. Seeing the queen on the verge of death, Amy didn't know what to do. With her last breath, the queen asked Amy to take the bud to the forest elders. Only they could use it to find the next forest queen. With those words, the queen passed away.
Do you know who's tougher, Jerry or Spike's cousin? One day, Spike was about to eat his steak when his long-lost cousin Mike suddenly appeared. They had a unique way of greeting each other.
Put it in!
However, Mike usually lived in the town dump. Spike was puzzled why his cousin had suddenly come to visit. Just then,
ang litratong ito ang makakasagot sa sikreto kung bakit namatay si Queen Elizabeth I ng England. Ang kanyang kagandahan sa larawang ito ang itinuturing na standard.
Welcome to China Airline number 2. Thank you very much for sponsoring us one last time. Today we are heading to... What was the total? 100.
Here's how you set Streamlabs up to stream or record portrait. Go to Settings in the bottom left. Go down to Video. Click on Video. Click the base canvas resolution and select Custom. Type in 1080 by 1920 in the box. Then change Output Scaled Resolution to 1080 by 1920. Finally, click Done. And that's it. Now you can stream and record a portrait. Here's how you set Streamlabs up to stream or record portrait. Go to Settings in the bottom left. Go down to Video. Click on Video. Click the base canvas resolution and select Custom. Type in 1080 by 1920 in